4-man mosh pit followed by Entomb. Oh no! Oh, a huge light bomb coming in on the Genji, and that's a 5-man light bomb. They're gonna follow up, and they're gonna get 1, 2, 3 kills.
And it's gonna be everybody dying. Oh my God! When does this happen? Everybody's dead.
You know, I was unmuted that whole time during my break, and I am no clue what's picked up. Right. Anyway, welcome to the final cast I'm going to be doing this evening of we're getting a C West game, despite me actually just having, again, technical issues on my thing. It just sometimes just doesn't want to click through. I don't know. Yep, there we go. C West game of Counterpick Stupid facing off against Fountain Snipers. So Fountain Snipers is a game my team Greg, played in round 1. And Counterpick Stupid is someone I don't think we've run into yet. It comes in later in the season, but should still be a fun series just because I do know a few people in there and they are pretty good from my understanding. So we do have Counterpick Stupid did decide to ban out the Towers of Doom as well as Cursed Hollow. So Cursed Hollow, man, it doesn't get love, man. I've maybe casted one Cursed Hollow as just a series before. And then Fountain Snipers, on the other hand, have banned out Sky Temple, another that people really don't want to do, and Brex's Holdout, yet another people really don't want to do. And that leads us to Alterac Pass to start, which, again, hasn't had as much love this season, as at least for games that I've picked up haven't had that much love, but will at least still be a little bit interesting and see where we can go from here. So, let me jump on over into the game. As I say at the beginning of every series, I don't know which way it's going to go. I don't know how many maps there are. All I know is it should be some good fun. So let's see how this goes. Right, because on the left-hand side, we have Osprey on the Ragnaros, Valkymer on the Garrosh. I was like, yeet, man. Nope, Garrosh. We have a lot of sprays coming out from Medity on the Vala. Wit's End is on Rhaegar, and Zephy is on the Sonya. And on the right-hand side, we do have Silver Jackal on the Li Ming, mostly on the... I'm making like the Blaze, or there we go. I was like making the Blaze auto-attack motions like Blaze. Arco is on Joanna. Lompico is on Sylvanas, and Rusty is on the Brightwing. And meanwhile, we get a very... Interesting that we see Garrosh splitting off. I guess they're checking for the... trying to remember her name. As I'm making it again. Sylvanas. Making sure Sylvanas isn't doing anything tricky. As do Medachi, or is been Medify has been left alone mid. Well, Rhaegar is here now, but very head up. And Valkymer is just kind of trying to slow everyone down. We do see Iron Skin getting popped by Joe. Zephy now can collapse upon a little bit by the side of Fountain Snipers, but they do back out pretty quickly as they are probably looking to do camp in just about 10 seconds here. Which, again, that's how this map works. You do camps. Sorry if you want to do anything else this series. Camps are your friends. Camps must be done. Do camp, do good. Do camp good. Camp do good for you. And we do see Sonya is on the siege camp to the left, while Sylvanas and Brightwing is on the siege camp to the right, so be roughly even by the time they come out. But we do have a nice little fight coming up top, as well as Valkymer's maybe getting a little bit bullied by Silver Jackal, as not too much Garrosh can do if Silver Jackal, if Li Ming actually never decides to step into them. Things to note in terms of talents, there's only one actually stacking talent on the field, and that is the auto attacks coming out from the Vala. However, Joe is double blind, which is very good to slow Vala down. Vala steps into melee for whatever reason. Similarly, we do now have Zephy back contesting Silver Jackal. And this is probably someone who could do a little bit better than Garrosh to contest a Li Ming, as they do at least have some engage to get on top of things like that. However, they are still taking a decent amount of damage, and they do manage to dodge the missiles. They do manage to get out of the way of that orb as well. It hits a minute. We do see by way mostly backed just because they need a little bit of a health and mana reset. And we do have fours at roughly the same time coming through for both sides. Phase shift coming out. Sonya now a little bit of danger, but is safe enough backed out of harm's way. Meanwhile, Ragnaros is absolutely just kind of bullying Mosley. Mosley is trying to step up into Osprey. Osprey doing their best to dodge everything. Mosley trying their best to at least make them have to back, but they They would maybe have tap up, but I wouldn't really want to tap here. But no, they actually just step back in, dropping one more meatball, trying to get a little bit more damage. And that wave's been cleared. I think they're E-build. Yes, they are indeed E-build, but they picked up the Globe Talent quest at 4. So, Valkymer is now going up on Mosley. Osprey is there as well. Valkymer doesn't really have the kill pressure with him. Mosley is going to be a bit harder to kill as they are that Blaze. Actually, excellent double stun just because of how Blaze's stun works. So somehow Osprey was hit even though they're behind the charging fire bat. Doesn't quite make sense if you really think about it, but hey, if you're Mosley, you're going to take those as well. You don't quite want to get stunned too much. At least you don't want to go down. Even the tank does have a very limited health pool. Even a tank has a limited health pool. We can see camps once again to be taken. We have Sonya and Rhaegar on the left one. We have Leeming and Sylvanas on the right one. Oh god, Sonya Sylvanas. This is going to be a disaster for me in terms of words. We see Ark getting a little bit damage out onto Medafi, but nothing major coming through. Witsend, however, takes a globe to the face, but quickly heals himself back up. So now we have the waves are about to crash. Here we go. And that is Sevens coming from both sides. So give me a moment. So just reply to something to do with work. Valkymer gets stunned. We do see a shield bash coming out, just getting pushed in. Witsend does actually go in, and actually Arko gets thrown over the wall, but because of how phase shift was working, Rusty also goes through and will get taken down. That fort and just a little bit too much damage going out on top of him. And now we see Valkymer taking a little bit of damage, and we do see that objectives are up, but not quite being channeled yet. And we do see we're just having resets for the side of Fountain Snipers. Sorry, every time I mute myself, it is because I am in the living room of, well, not living room, but dining room of our house. And people sometimes walking through are a bit louder than expected, but I do have a mute button at least, so I'm not going to be they're not going to be interrupting anyone. You're not going to get here. Oh, did you get the chicken out of the freezer? I'm like, no, sorry, forgot. But I didn't forget this time. The chicken is indeed out of a freezer and currently sitting on the bench roughly 2.5 meters, 3 meters away from me. We do see Valkymer is taking a decent amount of damage. Silver Jackal doesn't quite get the channel, and actually there'll be Valkymer going down next. And this may need to just be a get out if you can't counterpick stupid, as you are now missing your major front line. Sonya's not with you, but getting a camp. And as much as people say that this is a bruiser, it is a pretty squishy bruiser at that. And mostly is actually fresh out of mana. Not quite where you want to be if you are him. Let's have a look. He does at least have tap back up, so I imagine we'll see Mosley going over to get that tap. Dunk. Yep. And we do have now camp pushing mid. I'm actually going to zoom all the way out just because of how spread everything is. We do now have the team of Fountain Snipers slowly coming down. We see a Lava Wave coming from mid, so we are the Lava Wave talent for Ragnaros. I was thinking, oh, maybe we'll see a Sulfura Smash. No. Other than that, let's have a look what else there is. There is Ancestral Blessing from Rhaegar. Decimate Garrosh. Interesting. We do see Stun from the Vala, as per usual. It feels like Rain of Vengeance is very much the common pick at the moment. We also have Leap Sonya, and as we said, Lava Wave from the Ragnaros. And on the right hand side, we do have Wave of Force from Li Ming. We have Mind Control from Sylvanas. We hear Immortal Core being popped top, by the way, as you can see they're not wanting to lose that, but going back down here, as we did see Ancestral getting popped, as a little bit too much damage came out. We also have Emerald Wind, Brightwing, Blessed Shield on the Joanna. And Bunker Drop from the Blaze. Right, so that is a good defense. If you are the side of can't counterpick stupid, you didn't really lose all that much. What? Gate and a tower. Tower and most of gate. Just for... Oh, wait. Gate and most of tower. Just a gate. Honestly, that's fine. Right, and now we have back to our laning experience. These camps advantage is now actually, because there was that extra one that Counterpick Stupid did get off during the objective phase. They do now actually have an experience lead of almost a full, or maybe not from just for camp alone, but they do have almost a full experience lead just because of also the waves have been picking up as well. And now we have objectives. Objectives done, as I said before. We see, man, Ragnaros is just like not wanting anything to do with this mid lane. He's like, nah, lava wave, screw it. And he's actually got the lava wave timings right, because if I go over here, you're going to see the minion wave come up in just a few moments and immediately get deleted. Which it's good to know the timing of that, but timing is very important. Actually, Ragnaros will die top, which is something I wasn't expecting, because I was too busy looking at minions dying to notice that, well, a hero was dying. And now we do have Fountain Snipers just heavily pushing in here. We do see Mosley does have to drop bunker, as Valkymir did just come and give him a little bit of throw over top. And now we will have 13s picked up first by Counterpick Stupid. So we'll be interested to see where it goes here. Valkymir has been left top, just to clear. That's unfortunate if you're a Garrosh. As we're getting pings of Ragnaros going, I'm going to cover it, mate. You can back out. Don't you worry. It's my job. I'm going to do it. And speaking of which, Wit's End's job is to live. However, Ancestral used went off, but it wasn't enough, as that is Rhaegar going down. And they're going to have to play a lot. And they're now going to have to play a lot safer. Because now you don't have a healer. You're going to have to just take it slow, get the soak, kind of try to stay ahead at least that way, just while your last member is coming back in around 10 seconds. But hey, even if you're respawning in 10 seconds, that is still a lot of time to actually get back to the objective and defend it. Once again, we see another camp being pumped out by Counterpick Stupid. They're very disciplined on those camps, and actually Ragnaros now has that extra bulkiness he requires from... Ooh, leap falls short, that's unfortunate. As I was saying, Ragnaros has that extra bulkiness from his level 4, which I can't remember what it does, but I'll talk about it in a few moments. Throw comes out to Lompico. No taunts, so they are able just to back out. We do see friendly throw coming out on Osprey and Valkymir. Barely manages to get out of range of the mind control. That could have been quite bad for them if they got caught, but no, they managed to flee. What does this do again? That's right, extra health regeneration, and then it gives spell armor. 25 armor on just a conditional I push button. I want to live that a little bit longer. We do see Arco is actually a little bit awkward situation of getting pulled out. Wit's End gets hit by a globe. We see Leeming is actually doing a lot to stall it out. Imagine we're going to see another combo coming through. Doesn't quite find anything this time as well. Leeming is absolutely going, no, mine, stay away, bog off, my objective, not yours. Shoot, go away, bog off, etc, etc. Anyway, we do have 16s are closer for the side of Fountain Snipers. Madachi and Zephy is now in an awkward situation. Silver Jackal getting very aggressive. For Wall actually taking 2 of his missiles and the third one falling a little bit short. And meanwhile, it looks like the side of Fountain Snipers are once again going to step up to see if they can get this. Garrosh walks into Beyblades. We do see a nice stun coming up from Sonya. However, the charge from Mosley does something. Then, well, actually, Mind Control and Emerald Win means that, well, Valkymir was just split from the rest of the team. He couldn't do anything that whole time, and that will be Valkymir going down. And this objective may very well be going over to the side of Counterpick Stupid, unless, well, something stupid happens and Fountain Snipers somehow managed to give this away. I like the call of boss here. I think it may be something that could even things out, but you would have had to go on like immediately, and at this point, it's just a little bit too late. 10 seconds left. On, well, not even 10, 5 seconds left now on the objective, and that will be the second objective of the game, going over to the side of Fountain Snipers, which I know that you used to be able to, but it's sad that they can no longer live up to that namesake, but I do at least like the logo update of the Nova triple tap just bouncing off the fountain. It's real shame for someone who played offlaner and just loved running at fountains just so you have the advantage. It's a real shame that you can't do that anymore. I just liked having that distinct, like, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You lost your stuff? You're not going to do anything about it. But no, nowadays it's a, oh, that's what you're going to do about it. You have a whole, I have to get rid of a whole fort first. And now we see the objectives pushing in mid. Mid is definitely going to go down. There is like no two ways about that. There it goes. We do now have Rhaegar and Co just slowly making their way up. Arco uses Blessed Shield, doesn't actually find its mark. Leap comes out fighting 2 of them. We do see there's a lot of bodies just being mashed together. Actually, that would be the Vala going down first. Lompico is actually barely able to hold on. Rusty is actually in danger though, as Osprey got thrown directly on top of him. Silver Jackal doing their best to help out, freeing out Rusty. Rusty is actually able to back out. Velkema gets the slam, getting that little extra sustain out thanks to that level 13 with their W as well. They are seasoned soldier. That means they get to live a long time. It is that fight forever Garrosh build, and it seems to very much be working. They are able to fight forever. We see Arco now. No, they're not quite going to get found, as that was a... Well, that was a bad start to the fight for Counterpick Stupid, as they did lose Vala early on. The actual turnaround from them fighting 2 in return was vital, in fact. We do now see Zephy gets hit by an orb, as we actually have full orb build leaming. I haven't seen Arcane Orbit in a while. It's not something you see often, but it is definitely fun to see that it is picked up every now and again. And Silver Jackal is checking boss, and they do now know that the boss is being used, is being pushed in on. But Velkema finds Arco. Silver Jackal is also in a position where they were looking to step in, but actually takes a lot of help from that globe. However, that is 4 out of 5 members. We do find an excellent leap goes down to Rusty. Unstop coming up from Velkema, meaning they walk through the Emerald Wind. However, they cannot walk through the mind control, as they're going to barely hold on. Not that'll be them going down. Arco, however, will go down. Lompico soon to follow. And that's Zephy also low as well, but boss did reset during that time. So now that it's just back out, we don't need to do it. They can't do it either. They can't steal it. It's too low to do that. And we do now have Lava Wave coming straight through, and we'll be picking up the next wave way out. Silver Jackal just taking a little bit of damage from the W. Zephy falling short with the spear. Unfortunate, but at least you're not accidentally dying or getting taken out or anything like that. But it is kind of a 1 for 2 once again for the side of Counterpick Stupid. They are constantly staying ahead with these fights. They are just getting... Just slam... Yeah, I was going to say just slam Mosley and take out the building that way. But yeah, they are getting that little bit of advantage every time. They're just getting that 1 extra kill, that 1 extra minion. But in saying that, none of the objectives have been in their favour so far. They really need to make it work here. They can actually wait and get 20s. They can get 20s first, and then they're in a very good spot coming into the next objective phase. But in saying that, even when they've been upper talent, or basically upper talent, Founders Snipers have managed to get that 1 vital pick, that 1 or 2 vital picks. That means they're able to get the objective. For some reason, their objective fight is just a little bit better than Counterpick Stupid has been so far. But that we'll see how that goes coming into this kind of late game now, as 20s are barely a fraction off, and this boss, in fact, will get it for them. Actually, no, the passive experience bonus will get them for them, and let's have a look at what's going to be picked up. As we see, Farseer's Blessing from the Rhaegar, Deadly Calm from the Garrosh, Lava Surge from the Ragnaros, yep, Ariat Crater from the Sonya, and Vala is thinking about it. I imagine we're going to see Farflight Quiver, yep, there it is. The other thing is like maybe Storm of Vengeance for the attack speed and the more stuns, but no. We do actually see they're choosing to leash objective. Oh, and Velkema wasn't quite able to gain them all. That's unfortunate. This camp also was pushing this whole time. But we've abandoned this camp because we're deciding to bottom boss. Like, the side of Fountain Snipers know what's going to happen, but they are down 20s, which makes it much harder for them to decide to step in this if they want to. But it looks like they are going to contest it either way, but I don't know if they'll be here in time, especially with where Velkema is holding. We do see Arco is thrown out, and we do see there's objective going over them. We do see Lava Surge has been used. We do have this Lava Wave about to come straight through the lane. Arco is in danger, as well as Lompico, as we do see a lot of damage coming out. Rusty uses that Emerald Wind, however, they're not 20s yet. It's not Intensive Wind, it's just an Emerald Wind. We see Ariat Crater actually catching a lot of their own team members in it as well, but however, that is a 3-man kill for the side of Fountain Snipers, as that Farseer's Blessing does so much healing. Mostly will go down, and it may actually... I don't know if it'll be an end for it just because of how this map works. It still could be. It still very much could be. As it is still a lot of your members up. They do a lot of damage, but objective is up if you feel safe at doing that. But you do have a boss here that you can just push with. And Witsend is choosing to do so. And Silver Jackal is really doing their best just to get those orbs in. And we've got actually quite a few resets, but in the end it is still an orb build. And if you don't get that reset, it definitely suffers. But yeah, we can see that they're doing the best they can with these resources. Valk is just going to take an orb directly to the face. Does take down that tower. Everything got bright all of a sudden. Apparently the sun decided to come out today and immediately disappeared after me saying that. And we do see now this tower is getting relatively low. They're now opening it up. A little bit of vision here, but really they need to open up that gate if they want to make sure the Leeming they manage to stop the orbs just continuously resetting off them, as that arcane orbit does so much when it's at that kind of larger range. And we do now see that objective is going to the side of Counterpick Stupid. Will they be able to actually end off of this, as they haven't really had a objective yet? Alright, but 20s are also now through for the side of Fountain Snipers. We see Tel Rash's elements for Li Ming. We see Dark Lady's Call Sylvanas, Blinded by the Light on Joanna, Intensive Winds Brightwing, as well as Fortified Bunker from Blaze. Right, let's see where we go from here. We're going to get a very safe clear of mid first. Bottom, you're going to have to just kind of tank and hope the core can tank it, because really you need to keep top up from that 5-man pushing in. Because if this goes down, Osprey, I imagine, will be using the trait pretty quickly. We do see Falconer's getting pushed out. Nice splash. We see Zephy went in. Rusty can't actually escape this. This is an area crater. They don't have blink heal, so that will be the healer going down. Arco is thrown in, but will also not go down. And actually, this fort is falling pretty quickly. If they can get this down, this may actually be a good end fight for them. But no, Core is actually falling. I should mention, this is still a half health with a decent wave. But however, we do see Sonya going down. Mind Control finds the Ragnaros, and actually Ragnaros is next to follow. But that's an excellent turnaround by the side of Fountain Snipers. It's a quick 3-man kill. However, they do need to deal with bottom, as it is actually, they are losing structure to it, as the core is actually getting alarmingly low, some would say, but at least players came to help it out. And that was a very important fight if you are the side of Fountain Snipers. Because that was, that went down to what, 6k? That's what we call it, oh god, it almost ended. And meanwhile, the side of Counterpick Stupid does realize that the side of Fountain Snipers is pushing into their own camp. There's not too much they can do about it currently, however, as they have, what, 2 members up, and the only member that Fountain Snipers lost was Brightwing, and she has phase shift, so it's not like you can step in. It's not going to be a free V. It is not going to be a free V2. It's going to be a 4v2, and you didn't. Oh, actually, you didn't know where Blaze was. Blaze was clearing. Valkyrie does go to get a throw. They don't quite get anything from it. Well, at least they don't get a hero from it, but Lompico does have that black arrows up, and we can see that she is just melting that building. Right. Let's take him back. And then we do have the side of Counterpick Stupid is now starting to push back up. Arco is caught in a little bit of an awkward spot away from the rest of their team. But no, we do have the groups coming back in. Camp is pushing core, just to mention, but it probably won't do too much. As you do see now, we are kind of getting chased down. Prisons are up in just a few moments. They're coming up right now. We do see an excellent slam combo by Valk, but Valk is taking a lot of damage. We need to get most W's off Valk. You are getting relatively low. Ancestral already used. As you see, Valkyrie is back to full. However, he definitely took more damage than they probably bargained for, and is probably regretting needing to get that Ancestral used immediately. However, this is very much... Valk! Valk, what are you doing? Valk! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No! I saw it coming. Just saw like, oh, I know how this ends. This story has been written before, and we all know what the closing chapter is, and that was Valkyrie going down. Meanwhile, we look like it was going to get a boss play from the side of... Yeah, boss play from the side of Counterpick Stupid. Which, considering you don't have your tank and now can't push into that bottom objective, it means that, well, you may as well do this. Because you're at least going to get that top structure, and actually Fountain Snipers will have to react to it. Because with 2 structures down, this boss suddenly is very potent. Especially when you have something such as Ragnaros' Lava Wave pushing in, meaning that, well, you don't have minions to stop it. So we're going to get a potential end call. from... Can't pick stupid? I don't know. Ragnaros did back. We do see Rhaegar, Vala, and Sonya just doing what they can there. We see that there is now a lava wave coming straight from mid. It will pick up their next wave as it comes out. Boom. Unless it's too a bit early. It was just a little bit too early. Yep, that's unfortunate. But we do now have objectives coming up. Very pushed out waves. The very first one is going to get pretty far, but top and mid one is going to take a while. They're going to be slowly going down as they try to get up the lane more and more. We do see now they are, the side of Counterpick Stupid is clearing out Fountain Sniper's objective. We see Garrosh is holding high, which hasn't quite worked out for him this game. He's been taking a lot of damage that I think he would probably rather not have, as this objective is about to go down. There it is. Boom goes Dynamite, etc., etc. And we do now have... Oh, Lava Wave is actually back up, so I imagine we'll see Lava Wave top, as that is the larger of the lanes. We see Arco and Co is rotating up. 3, 2, 1. We do have this now pushing in. Team goes, okay, that's defendable. We don't need to do anything about that. We do hear Vandar saying he requires aid, but Vandar, you're fine, mate. It's just a bit of cavalry. You'll be fine. And I feel like we're going to see Lava Wave, again, as I said, top very soon. Just because Ragnaros is one charge up. We do have things getting very pushed in. It would be good to do it now, but hey, it doesn't matter as long as they don't lose any structures. They've honestly done their job. We do see Valk is a little bit out of position, but not enough to where the side of Fountain Snipers can punish it. As we are now 24 minutes through this game, and I've got a stiff shoulder. That has nothing to do with the game. I'm just complaining because no one else listened. We do now have the smoking cleared. Mosley, I wouldn't say Majesty, that's a misread. Mosley steps up trying to get a little bit extra damage on them. Wit's End does get out of dodge, as we did see a Arcane Orbit Globe as well as Mind Control being just thrown in the general direction of them. Right, Valk is just walking around, just making sure no one is going to do anything untoward to their team. We do see that this camp is taken. Valk does manage to dodge for Mind Control. Ancestral comes down on Rhaegar, which is very important for Rhaegar. I think that area creator is going to need to be dropped, as that is stopping the team from advancing. However, Mosley is now out of position, and they're going to be using that move speed from the Adrenaline Stim Pack. Rusty phase shifts and then uses Emerald when meaning the rest of the team is pushed off. However, Valkymer looks like they are wanting to flank, and we do have a flanking Garrosh with that Deadly Calm getting that damage reduction out. We do now have Lompico and Mosley in an awkward spot. Valkymer trying their best to keep up with him. Sam doesn't quite find it. We do see them throwing Medachi, trying to get something from it. Wit's End gets mind controlled, but that will be only Joanna going down that fight, and that is a problem if you are the side of Fountain Snipers. Once again, we're going to have boss happening. Objective was called at some point during the battle. I do not recall it happening. But hey, this is stretch once again. It is just a... It's an objective. Sure, it's actually now getting very potent for an objective that... Well, I said it at the beginning, well, yeah, it isn't amazing on its own. It still is something that gets very strong moving forwards. And this is definitely... We're at a 25-minute objective, maybe 27, 28 by the time it is channeled and pushing. So we'll see what happens coming on up. Camp is up. We do see Garrosh is looking to maybe check it, maybe just getting a little bit of experience. But that is boss being defended by the side of Fountain Snipers. While Counterpick Stupid is very much taking their time. They know they don't need to do anything risky, so they're just playing it safe. And honestly, this call of going to objective is probably the safest call they can make. In saying that, Joe is back up. However, they are going to have to step into a Garrosh as well as just a team that is not quite in position to follow up, but we do hear Mind Control coming out from what I heard. Stark Lady's call, not the longest cooldown, given that 20, I think it makes it like 16 second, 20 second cooldown, something like that. It's up enough to not worry about it. We do hear Blessed Shield coming out. Hits just Osprey, funnily enough. We do hear Fur coming out. Actually, that is Rhaegar being found by Ancestral coming out. However, they took too much damage and will go down. Sonya actually took the camp bottom and wasn't with a team. That may have actually caused being proven costly for this objective. However, there are some very large waves pushing in over here. We do see Valkymet is taking the side of... I'd say Valkymet was taking their side for a ride of Fountain Snipers, but eventually will go down. There's a boss... I'd say boss got at least leashed, but no. Oh, now they're doing it? Hard to tell. And then we do have this objective going up. Mosley is looking to back, maybe defend. We just have Osprey, Zephy, and Metafi actually also looking to maybe get aggressive here. But again, we're just getting the waves really pushed out just to minimize the effect of the, well, minimize the effect of the cavalry. It took me way too long to say that. And actually with all that runaround that was given, they were able to rechannel the objective. Not maybe in a favorable... They're still not in a favorable position. Rhaegar's only just up now, and your Garrosh is still another 20 seconds out. But you at least managed to stall it for that bit longer. Yes, Caledon, CCS, also welcome to the stream for the first time. But yep, we do have this objective slowly being broken out. 10 seconds left for both teams. And it looks like that the side of Counterpick Stupid may just have to eat this objective. Not ideal, but it's still not the end of the world, especially because of how pushed up both these waves are. And I imagine we're going to see Lava Wave again soon enough to kind of once again slow down the progress of the cavalry. Yep, there's Lava Wave. What a surprise. We do see Blaze charging. Unfortunately, just stayed in a little Lava Wave, a little bit longer than I imagine we would like. Shield only found the Vala, which is interesting. We see a nice double E coming out from Zephy. This is now an awkward situation. No Emerald win from Brightwing that time. It was still on cooldown by the looks of it. It was cancelled. We do see Arcos thrown back in. We do see that as a splash from Ancestral Healing, keeping everyone up. Now this may be a position where the side of Can't Get a Bit Stupid looks to end. Silverjackal is just teleporting out as much as possible. But what is going to happen for our little friends Can't Get a Bit Stupid? Obviously, it looks like they're about to go mid and maybe end after taking that down, so no shields left. As we see them coming into frame now, Valkymet is just going to do a one spin, hit it. And yep, it looks like it may be an end call for the side of CCS. This objective, sure, it does still a lot of damage. If you're grouping, you don't want to quite group that much. Valkymet is just being a distraction, but we can see the core is going down quickly. However, the core of CCS is also going down relatively quickly, as this is turning into a race with the cavalry, as they realize they need to focus it. However, that will be core going over to the side of Can't Get a Bit Stupid. It is actually very close at the end, as you can see. Right. God. I'm so tired. I'm just yawning once again. Oh, I can't believe I keep yawning this cast. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone who just goes spit quality and just gets some tired guy from New Zealand going, oh, what the hell is this? What's time? Where am I? What day is it? What is life? Etc, etc. Anyway, let's have a look at how that game went down in terms of stats and such. There, we did see Rhaegar have the advantage, but Rhaegar had some massive Ancestrals, double Ancestrals going off there that definitely bumped them over way of Brightwing. But Brightwing, important note, didn't actually have Blink Heal, and they still did 93k healing. That is still a lot, but in terms of damage, we do actually see Osprey took it out in terms of CCS, but in favor of Li Ming, had a 40k lead over them when it comes to Fountain Snipers. Blaze, 230k. Meanwhile, we had 425k Siege and 50k Soak on Ragnaros. So that may have been the deal breaker, that one. That may have been what meant that Can't Get a Bit Stupid was able to take it. So let's have a look at talents. Anything that stands out? Pyromania talents for Blaze. You typically see the auto attack does more damage to... Auto attack does more damage to non-heroic targets. So it's interesting to see that the damage reduction talent is chosen at 4, but it didn't quite work out for them. Other than that, nothing really kind of stands out too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it back over to this map view screen. I'm going to update my little card here that says Counterpick stupid won that first map, and I'm going to quit this replay. And we'll see what we have in store next. So just give it a moment as it is taking its sweet, sweet time. Oh, good. It's always Infernal Shrines. So I'm just going to fix that just by briefly going to Praxis and back to Infernal Shrines. So we do have Infernal Shrines for our second map of the series. This may be the last map, maybe the third. Well, maybe one more. I don't know. I put things into little folders, or I get my housemates to put things into little folders because the current way of viewing replays is a bit broken for me, so I get them just to sort it out for me. But as you can hear, the heroes need to prepare themselves for battle, so let's jump on over into Infernal Shrines. As we see, Arco is on the Joanna, Rusty is on the Anduin, Silverjackal is on the KT, the Kalphus, Lompico is on Raynor, and Sonya, well, Mosley is on Sonya once again. Well, actually, wait, no. Mosley is on Sonya this time, I should say. On the hand, we have Zephy going the Gazlo. We're going to get a little bit of cheese bottom as Valkyrie is on Garrosh, Osprey is on the Nazebo, Metafi is on the Sylvanas, and Wits End is on the Rhaegar, and we're going to get that good old early cheese coming out as we're getting a lot of damage onto this tower already. Black Arrows, Nazebo. What a good combination for absolutely just shredding a tower, and you can see that was already almost went down. Osprey, Metafi, and Go needing to back out, not being found by the side of Fountain Snipers. I really said Anko. It was really just Wits End. Yeah, I could have just said Wits End, but no, I decided just to not say the name. I'm sorry, Wits End. I didn't mean to just exclude you from the group. You know what? Next time it's going to be Wits End and Co. Because Wits End and Co. is just going to look to maybe chase down the not Sonya, the Joanna, but not quite going to find anything there. As well, now that we do see Can't Get It Stupid just committing to this real push ideology of just going, we're taking structures, let's go! And we can see now that already one tower's down at half gate. But let's have a look at talents. Because we do have Spider Build Nazebo with ever-present Voodoo Ritual at level 1. And the only other... Okay, that's the only talent for them. On the other hand side, we do have Mana Shield from the Kalphus. And we do have Simple Geometry from Hanzo. But now we do see that Valkymin is needing to step down to the allied team as they're going to get a throw. Lompico immediately jumps. We actually see Naz the first one go down. Valkymin has to back out, and that, despite the camp being started, the initial aggression that we've seen so far from Can't Get It Stupid, we do have a kill going over to the side of Fountain Snipers, and actually that's the first kill of the game. Also, hi Wits End, I hope you are doing well. Always sometimes good to throw in an apology. I'm not Canadian, but I will still apologize for almost anything. Right, but we do now have two camps taken over by a team of Fountain Snipers. They are now running this. They do have now the advantage. Osprey. I was going to say, Osprey stepped up to clear the wave, to clear the camp. However, they took a little bit too much damage from stepping out. They could have just gone down here, thrown a few abilities, but no, they kind of went around. And however, they stepped directly in front of Fountain Snipers, and Fountain Snipers did what they really should have done and just punished them for doing so. Which, honestly, necessary. If you are going to step out like that, it's absolutely, you probably deserve to get punished for it, and unfortunately that is a lesson that Osprey is finding out today. Fountain Snipers, from when our team played them, looks like they're very good at capitalizing on punishing those mistakes, and you can see that they did. Right, so we're coming up to the first objective. We have a Mortar Shrine up top. No one's going to quite start it yet, and actually, in terms of actual Shrine clear, I think it's in favor of Counterpick Stupid. But in terms of zone, but if they can't get on, or if they get zoned out, suddenly it is kind of turning in favor of Counterpick Stupid, as Turret Gazlo does a lot to zone. And we can see they've abandoned top. What is Gazlo's build? Oh, okay, we're going that good old-fashioned build of Big Game Hunter, and I actually don't know what this one is. Okay, activatable. Cool. Good to know. We do see Arco and Co is trying to slowly clear things. Meanwhile, Mosley has started clearing the objective. We now have 18 in advance for the side of Fountain Snipers, while Zephy is just slowly clearing this out. And it actually looks like Counterpick Stupid's just going to give. They're like, you know what? We're a macro comp now. Which, yeah, they are a macro comp. And in good old TOM, Teamfight Objective, macro beats objective most of the time. Especially, this is one of those maps where, yeah, it can. It just depends on how well Fountain Snipers deal with it. And they've kind of had to, looks like they've almost changed the game plan of doing objective to, we have to team fight to stop them pushing things in. And hopefully that works out for them. But actually does take the jump, but does get Purge used on them by Wit's End. I'm just going to quickly tell us just see what's happening. It is not the upgrades to it, but it is just generic good old totem build. I love good old totem build. Totems are fun. You can eat them. High source of fiber. And we do actually have Velkamar, speaking about source of fiber, we're getting relatively low, going down low. Arco is actually taking a lot of shots. I don't know if throwing them out of tower range was maybe appropriate, but it will still be Arco going down. However, the keep will be soon to follow. Fort will be soon to follow, rather. Osprey is actually getting wailed on by Mosley as Osprey goes, oh, okay, it was a prank, sorry, leave me, sir, I don't want to deal with this anymore. As Mosley just wanted blood, you could see it in... You can see it in the eyes. This is a stone cold killer. Look at that skin. It's a fucking Death Knight skin. It's something that made it feel like, yes, let's run it in. Right. So let's have a look at everything else. We do have camp now being taken by the side of Counterpick Stupid. It's fine doing it now because if you did it before objective, Sonya would have just cleared out anyway. Do have this mid camp being taken by Counterpick Stupid. Bottom camp is being taken by Sonya. We're getting a very very safe play by the side of can't counterpick Stupid. However, 10s are in at both times, so we'll start, I guess, with the team that's true as the most talent so far. Counterpick Stupid has picked up Ancestral Healing from the Rhaegar, Wailing Arrow from the Sylvanas. Once again, we see Decimate from Garrosh, Ravenous Spirit from the Zebo, who is actually quite behind on stacks so far. So we're probably going to see the Ravenous Spirit upgrade at 20, I imagine, and Black Hole from Gazlo. A miniature Black Hole? Gravel Bomb 3000. Oh, miniature Black Hole is the upgrade. Anyway, on the other side, we do see Pyroblast, Kalephis, Falling Sword, Joanna. We have Falling Sword, Light Bomb to be exact. And Zestra coming out on Velkamar. Velkamar hit the W, hit a lot to keep things going. We see Rusty now is in danger. Rusty goes down before Lightbomb can find its mark. Lompico uses that Dragon Arrow. That's the one thing I didn't quite mention here. Silverjack will go down, and there's an excellent free-man kill for the side of Counterpick Stupid. They now need to kind of use this advantage, get as much value as they can, and we do see that these black arrows are being used by Madafi as, well, they are going to get that trait value, get that gate down. The gate does actually so much more than the actual building itself to stifle pushes. But now that's open, this fort is starting to look open as well. It may be better to have gone bottom and used it, just because next objective's bottom. Black Arrows is a very good tanking opportunity for it. We do now see that they have a lot of means to make sure they're not the ones taking damage, and that is a double root by Rusty, been a nice double stun. Madafi, oh no, it doesn't quite go out. Finish off by that shield glare. That shield glare bonus damage does actually so much. Sonya Leap comes out. Light Bomb is going to, not Light Bomb, but Falling Sword is also going to fall on top of him. And that's going to be now a double kill for the side of Fountain Snipers. So we're getting very back and forth this map. Even kills, even experience, even structures, just different lanes. Velkamar gets a nice throw on Arco. Arco, we know, doesn't actually have... I was going to say, it doesn't actually have Falling Sword this time, but Anduin does still have that Trust Issues button. He uses Pull to make sure that no one is going to go down. And we now have Objective coming up, but all members are available for both sides. And we may actually see that this is where Counterpick Stupid can bring more tools to the table. As yeah, sure, they start out as a good kind of early game comp. They now are going to have a lot of combo pieces up. And we do see Gravo coming out, Silverjackal getting chased off by Gargantuan, Lompico doing the best. Dragon Arrow interrupts it. Meanwhile, we have a fight happening top. Rusty and Mosley have been zoned out. Osprey has 40 spell armor. They don't have to be too concerned. Yep, 40 spell armor. Easily it eats that Pyroblast. There's bomb on Osprey, meaning that they're going to... It's a little bit of spreading going around. But that is, however, Hanzo going down first. We do have the rest of the side of Counterpick Stupid chased out by Velcomer, and well, the few others that were pushed up with him, such as Witsend and Bitterfee once again. So this will be a Arcane Punisher going bottom. Not amazing. However, you don't need a Frozen Punisher because you already have Sylvanas, who can turn off structures on her own. Invo, yeah, it is nice to have the Frozen Punisher, even with Sylvanas, just because there is some downtime between for freezes, and that can be padded out by Sylvanas' Black Arrows. We have Gazlos, but from the rest of the team, they are just kind of pushing in mid. They realize they do need to deal with top. Velcomer is watching that top bush to make sure no one steps through the gate or steps through there for a flank. But it doesn't look like everyone stay around there too long as everyone is showing on map. We see that was a very interesting looking reaction as Velcomer managed to get the throw off onto Silver Jackal. However, then the stun came from Silver Jackal, and also spiders. We do now see Velcomer took a lot of damage, did get Ancestral, was taking the shots a lot of the time. Fortunately, best to they're just stopped in their tracks. They are. I lost immediate. Man, apparently my head is killing me today because I don't know what's happening. I do at least know this has been a good series so far, but we do already have a win condition open by the side of Counterpick Stupid bottom. We're only at the 10-minute mark. 16s are about to come through not too far from now. As we do have Zephyr is now an awkward situation. Maybe not as an awkward situation as Arco and Rusty, as Gravo comes out, isn't quite able to find its mark. But hey, it is still a decent amount of pressure kind of alleviated from them. And if you are the side of Bouncer Snipers, that's important to give it out now because, well, you can force a fight pre-16s if absolutely needed. Velcomer throws to make sure it doesn't happen. We see Leap coming out, doesn't quite find its mark, but 16s are now through for the side of Counterpick Stupid. Also, Velcomer, hi, I hope you're doing well today. This has been a very good series so far. Excellent stand by Velkers. They are just going to Beyblade at the enemy team, just using that decimate. That will be Kalfis going down first. Lightbomb comes down. Arco does actually get unstopped by Velk, and that will be 2 kills going to Naz now. The Spider's doing so well. We see Lompico did have to use jump. Velcomer uses the ally toss to see if they can get everyone on top. Rusty uses pull to keep their team safe. Lompico doing the best. We see Gazlo has picked up his 16 now. Just a little bit later than the rest of the team, and we do see backing out. Ooh. That was an aggressive chase from the side of Counterpick Stupid. However, they're not quite wanting to commit to ending just yet as well. Kalfis is just about up, and Joe is not too far away either. So we will see a little bit of stalling coming out, as that will be the ejective. Not the ejective, that will be the fort being taken by the side of Counterpick Stupid. This is looking much more in their favour than the last one. Last one that seemed like it was Bouncer Snipers heavy advantage early on. Actually, I wouldn't even say it's very, very in their favour. It's 2 levels. Yeah, talent advantage. But in the all in all, with the comp that kind of Bouncer Snipers is running, now that they have 16s, they may actually be able to take out things like Garrosh if they decide to front to back it. Thank you to that giant killer on Lompico's scatters. That eventually does a lot. I've seen it absolutely shred tanks before. I do wonder if it is the best choice. I do wonder if I wonder if scatter would be better, but hey, it's so hard to tell in the situation, but I do at least like the flex pick of this percent damage, especially running into things such as Garrosh. Right, we see Falling Sword coming up. Madafi does use that unstop, which I think is Will of Forsaken has used earlier. We do see Silence coming up. There's Nexus and Silence being 2 able to use. Dragon Arrow actually misses Osprey. Osprey free to use this Ravenous Spirit, as that's 2 members from the side of Fast Slime's going down now. Rusty and Arco is being chased. We do see a nice slam coming out from Velcomer. Velcomer then gets... Well, actually, I was say, actually, that is Rhaegar finishing off his kills. Rhaegar getting 3 kills there. And Endcore comes out now for the side of Counterpick Stupid, as they are going to run at core. And this is going to be a lot of damage coming in on it. I think they really need just Velcomer tanking it, but we do at least still have turrets and, well, Nazebo summons to really slow down the core's work on them. GG's getting called by Lompico and Rusty. Mostly going in, trying their best to stall it out. Is getting absolutely melted, will go down, and that is now core going to 1. That will be all she wrote for the series, as it is 2-0 to the side of Counterpick Stupid. GG call by both sides. Well played. Well played. Good stuff all. So let me jump it on over to my game summary screen so we can see kind of how we went there. It was actually very even up until around just before 13s, where Counterpick Stupid did actually get a slight advantage, and then they were just able to run with it. Because Wits End was actually doing very good with Rhaegar this series. I think they played Rhaegar both maps. Either way, they did very well in Rhaegar, and it was very impressive heals, just trying to keep your team alive as much as possible. And you can see that it did pay off, as they are roughly about 8k ahead healing of the opposition healer of Rusty, who Rusty, in saying that, still did very good work on Anduin. Those pulls were vital to stopping one of those earlier pushes. Otherwise, in terms of Soak, Gaz and Sonya did very much the same. Gaz a little bit in the lead in terms of Soak, but Siege, Sonya did a little bit better. And then in terms of damage, still very close, just that Naz eventually did do a bit as well. The spiders do just that much damage. It's just a nightmare to deal with for some people. But let's have a look at, and actually you saw Hanzo die to it just in the middle of nowhere at one point. Just Hanzo died, you're like, oh, move camera over. Oh, it was Nazebo. Never mind. Looking at talents here, everything's pretty standard array. Again, I always find Decimate interesting. However, I'm not a tank player, so I have no clue when it's good, when it's not. So I'll leave that to the tank players to decide when. I'm just going to leave it there. I did like the flex into the percent damage at 16 from Hanzo. It's definitely not an often used talent, but I do wonder if you just got rid of it too much of a bit too much when you get rid of that piercing arrow, just because I know it's such a good talent. Otherwise, yeah, this is all relatively straightforward stuff. Like nothing, maybe the Qs from Kael'thas, but it did at least a decent amount of damage from what I saw when it was doing it. But hey, I'm not one judge. I am not a good damage player. I play heal. I play off lane. I call it there. I know my role. It's not tank. I did actually see, in saying that, with looking at the chat, looking at Valk saying Decimate for days, yeah, Decimate actually did get a lot of value in those team fights as there. The more heroes it hits, the more reset, the more cooldown reduction it gets, and it was hitting a lot of heroes actually. It was just spinning non-stop. So, without further ado, I'm going to go over to map view screen so we can see kind of how the series went and mark them down as one that second one. So we can see that Counterpick Stupid won map 1 as well as map 2. Map 1 actually did go the mile. It was a 30-minute game, while this one was a little bit under half that, is only about 14, but both games were very good series. So that is actually going to be it for me for today. I am tired. Apparently I've had a poor sleep last night, but sometimes it happens, so hey, it is what it is. So to everyone, I wish you good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending where you are in the world, because time zones are weird, and I'll see you in the Nexus. Goodbye for now.